Good morning. I apologize in advance for the lighting. This is the best I can do. Hope it's not too creepy. Um, so it is Friday, April 24th, 2026, day 15, and it is my third Friday on the trail. It's hard to believe I started this 2 weeks ago. Just a young, excited thru hiker hopping on the shuttle. It's been great. It's been great. This red line has been really um, challenging, but it's been a lot of fun. I'm glad I'm glad I decided to take it. And I'm glad I packed extra food. I'm not doing 20-mile days in this section, that's for sure. But it's funny, I have like a Google spreadsheet. I forget what they call the app. It's not, it's something, it's their spreadsheet. Sheets. It's called Sheets. Um, I had one for the PCT through hike. I'm doing one for this one. And I was just curious, how many miles had I gotten in on the PCT on day 14? And because I thought I was going a bit slower on this one. And yeah, I'm like 20 miles ahead of my PCT hike. So you just got to get the miles in every day. And, you know, sometimes it's going to be 14 and sometimes it's going to be 18. So we're coming up to a section today where I guess there's been a reroute for a 2019 fire. And I did not do any research. I guess there's another popular or well-known trail that intersects with the CDT in these parts about 10 miles from where I'm at. And there was a fire and they did a reroute. And there's all sorts of comments on Far Out about the quality of the trail maintenance on some of this reroute. Fine. The the great part is that there's going to be running water, um, and some decent campsites for like almost a full 5 mile section. So that is very exciting news. I can't wait to check that out. Um, I'm procrastinating because I've had the vestibule door open for a while now, and my thermometer in the tent reads 37 degrees. So I'm just motivating myself to get out there and get the tent broken down. Hence the early morning video. That's 3 more minutes of warmth in my sleeping bag. But it's time to move. We'll see you in a bit. We've been going for a little over an hour, coming up to a little trail junction here. What do we got? Reed's Peak, it looks like. Rocky Canyon Campground, Highway 35. Yeah, it was pretty frosty this morning. The first half hour or so, I was moving just to stay warm, but now it's comfortable. Been getting a little piece of the sun here and there. I think about 3-4 miles into my hike, at the height of land, I might be able to get some cell service, so that's where I'll take my first breakfast break. I'm glad I'm in the habit of always checking Far Out at a trail junction. I was headed the wrong way. Gotta go this way. Disaster averted. It was going down. I thought I should still be going up, so there you go. More climbing. Okay, it's 8:30. We're just shy of 8,200 feet. Had a strong enough signal to check in with Sarah, update Far Out, all that good stuff. Just gonna have a Cliff Bar and then keep moving. So Yeah, good times. All right, we've reached a road of some sort here. Little trailhead. Not a whole lot going on here. Got some debris in my trail runner, so I think I'll just take a quick little break here. What does that say? All right. So before I get going, there were reports from southbounders last year of a water cache here. Not a big one, but I'm just looking around just to see. I don't really need it, but I could put something in the far out to let northbounders know there might be something here, but honestly, it doesn't look like there's anything here, but this is the last place to check, like under these trees. Then I'll have to say there's no water cache here at the moment. All right, where are we headed? Old Rocky Point Trail, Signboard Saddle. I think that's where we make a turn. All right, so about 10:30, about 4 hours, a little over 4 hours into my hiking day, I thought this would be a good spot to make some Gatorade. So I just pre-filtered like a liter at camp and had it in my smart water bottle. So I can just pour it in my mug and make a nice round of Gatorade. The water is still ice cold. And just have some honey roasted peanuts, and then we'll keep on moving. So trail days, like weekend, starts today on Friday. And then when that wraps up, I imagine there'll be some people heading out from Silver City and doing the alternate, and they'll probably get to reserve before I do. But the big question is, okay, when I left Silver City, when I was still on before the alternate, I saw 2 through hikers who were going to take the alternate, and they told me everyone else they had spoken to was taking the alternate. So will I see anyone else on this red line before I rejoin the alternate? That is many days from now, but place your bets. So far, have not seen a soul. Taking a quick break, climbing up these canyons at 8,600 feet right now. That's pretty nice out there, huh? I might check and see what mountain range that is. Okay, I checked Peak Finder, so this distinctive peak in center of frame is Mimbres Peak. It's like a 7,400 footer. Very cool. Pretty nice view. Keep climbing another canyon. Okay, that last section of trail was a little more adventurous. I've made it to the trail junction where the new, I guess, CDT has been cut. So I guess after a break, I'm gonna go that way, according to this. Black Canyon, yeah, I think we're headed to Black Canyon. So I still have another ½ liter of filtered, relatively cold water. I'm gonna do another Gatorade here. I got a lot of debris in my shoes, and then we will keep going. All right. Okay, it's 1:15. We're getting started on this reroute. Some comments on Far Out do not speak highly of sections of this reroute. I guess there are issues with trail maintenance and just finding the trail. So we shall see. Here you go. A brand new CDT just for you. All right, initial impressions of the new CDT. You know, sometimes on Far Out, people will tend to exaggerate how bad a section of trail is. I gotta say, calling this a trail, calling this the CDT, brings dishonor to the actual trail. This is a bushwhack. We're just like following a drainage. It's pretty bad. I guess at some point they're gonna do work on it. We're going through a burn zone, obviously, so that's not great. But yeah, very limited signage. Just ankle busters everywhere. Lots of thorns. A lot of dirt. Not great. Right, I'm about 1.5 miles into this mess. Hasn't gotten much better, but look, a Karen. So I'm on the right path. Lots of thorns, lots of blowdowns, blah, blah, blah. Trail sucks, blah, blah, blah. Get over it, blah, blah, blah. There's water soon. Let's get there. I almost want to laugh. Another Karen. I think it's been the third one in 2 miles. I rarely, hardly ever complain about a trail. This trail sucks. This is the worst. I've got thorns, I've got needles in me, I've got soot on me. it still hasn't like quite leveled out yet, where at least it would be a normal looking trail. To call this thing the new trail, the new CDT, lies. Don't believe the lies. Okay, now this is much nicer. It's finally flattened out after about 2 miles of nonsense. Even though there really isn't a defined trail, at least this is like open, nice woods. Big improvement. That really slowed my pace down a lot. So I had my sights set on a 15-mile day, but I think that's gone now. We'll get to where the water's running and where campsites are, I think about another mile, 2 miles from here. And then after that slog, that might be it for the day. Man. All right, now it's nice. Now we can enjoy the woods again. Nice campsite, little creepy. It's 5 o'clock. I'm tired. Camp is up there. Looks good. Great. Now there's a lot of algae in this stream, but I found one nice little spot right there where I can collect, and it's cold, which is amazing.
Good afternoon. So I've been working on the center blocks for this quilt at our little mini retreat. I also, let's see, have all of the black and white outside of each block ready to go. So I've been doing that. I finished or got a binding on a baby quilt. So I'll show that in a minute, and then I'll show you what other people are working on. Leslie's working on this quilt, and Lori is working on this plus quilt, and that's the baby quilt.